Sippers! It's your favorite girl, a true lady, and I am checking in for this week's top 5 ratchet moments of love in hip-hop New York. Y'all, I have not tuned into Love and Hip Hop in quite some time. I've definitely watched other seasons, but I said that I'm going to get back on doing my ratchet moments and continue with my live tweeting. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at suchalady85 and watch my live tweets every Monday of what takes on Love and Hip Hop New York. But let's talk tea sippers about the season openers, the 2-hour-long specials, and get into my top 5 ratchet moments of each episode. Number 5 of episode 1 definitely has to go to Erica Mena and Safari. They revealed that their baby's on the way, which is tea we've already known, tea sippers. It was just cute to see the two cuddling up, being in bed together, and telling their story of how they fell in love with each other. Now, 4 definitely has to go to Remy Ma. She is struggling to juggle motherhood and work. She says she can't really give attention to being in the studio, take care of her daughter, and do her TV show all at the same time. It's becoming a bit overwhelming, and it appears that she feels that Papoose is not doing his part in helping with this. Now, I agree with Papoose. He says he's definitely put his career and himself on the back burner for Remy way too long. I mean, he held her down while she was behind bars, held her down the whole time while she was on probation. So it's only right that he kind of pulls away, not a lot, but just a little bit to focus on him some. Let's give him some of that. I could agree with him on that. But what do you feel like, tea sippers? I want to hear from you in the comments below. Now, 3 is where things get a little bit juicy on episode 1, tea sippers. Of course, Chrissy Lampkin made her appearance, and what I don't like, tea sippers, is how they made the whole rollout in the beginning all about her. Like, Chrissy is going to be the meat and potatoes of this season. I don't know. But she definitely sat down with Kimbella after these two haven't spoken since the whole punch in the face in their fight in Miami seasons ago. But they sat down, made amends, apologized, and the ladies are on a journey to, don't know if they're going to become friends, but they're definitely going to be there to support one another because they already know how it goes, dating a man who is part of Dipset. And definitely Kimbella can use all the support she can while her husband is behind bars. Now, 2 has to go to Joe Budden and Sin Santana. They had a heated discussion in the middle of Central Park talking about why their relationship really ended. Now, Sin Santana made allegations that Joe Budden cheated on her, and she found text messages to prove it. Now, Joe says what she saw is not what she thinks she saw, and also can't believe that she left their house while he was going away on tour. That's tricky, tea sippers. But while the season premiere was going on, the 2 of them were spotted watching it live together, so that means they are definitely in a great space with one another. And finally, number 1 for episode 1 of Love and Hip Hop New York has to go to Remy Ma's parole party. Child, the tension was so thick that you couldn't even cut it with a knife. You had Erica Mena and Safari there, who was on the outs with everybody from last season. Rich Dollars, Joe Budden, but it appears that Joe Budden and Safari have definitely made up because, they're friends again. But when Rich Dollars came to speak to the 2, things got really awkward. Not to mention, tea sippers, things get extra awkward when Kimbella walks into the parole party side by side with Chrissy, and Yandy's mouth kind of dropped to the floor, tea sippers. If you remember, Chrissy and Yandy definitely weren't the best of friends the last time they saw each other. And see, what I couldn't believe is that she did show up to this party with Chrissy after having this conversation with Yandy in the beginning of the episode. I don't know. Kimbella is definitely sending me some mixed vibes this season, but we are just off to the start. But what's tea, tea sippers? I want you to comment below and give me your thoughts. Now, see, the season premiere was a two-parter, so I definitely have the top 5 ratchet moments for episode 2, which things were quite messy. 5 has to go to Fat Joe because he was at Remy my neck about making new music. He was basically telling her that you can't have no excuses. There are women in the world who juggle motherhood, who work and do it every day. But he definitely did not hold back. And he wasn't here for her tears. He was giving it to her real. He was like, sis, I've seen women in Africa with a baby strapped on the front, baby strapped on the back, and they had things on their head selling in the street. So you could do it too. Now, this may be true, Fat Joe, but everybody is not built for that. Everybody is not built to be like how Cardi B was in the studio, pregnant and putting out a whole album, like Beyonce was when she was working on the album and putting together a whole showcase. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I don't believe in Remy Ma that way, but I'm just saying all women ain't built in that manner. Hopefully, this is the boost that Remy Ma needs for her music. But I want to pose this question, and I want to hear from you in the comments below, T-Sippers. Are we really checking for Remy Ma's music at this point? Not saying that she's not a excellent dope rapper, because she definitely comes with bars. But all I'm saying is she's definitely rebranded herself in so many different aspects. It's like, do we care about the bars? I want to hear from you, so comment below. 4 has to go to Erica Mena for talking to Harry and shoo-shooing in her ear that Joe Budden is a single man. Erica, what are you doing, sis? Now, you are the ex-girlfriend of Joe Budden's baby mama, which is his ex-fiance. So why are you in the mix of hooking him up with Tahiri and reconciling the two? 3 goes to Joe Budden and Tahiri because they actually had a reconciliation, and it appeared that the two might definitely still have a thing for one another. Now, when asked in the confessional about, rekindling the flame with Joe Budden, she was saying she wasn't sure. But Tahiri took to social media while watching the season premiere and said that she did not say that and she wasn't with the edits. What's tea, sis? Comment below if you are here for this storyline, T-Sippers. 2 goes to Kimbella because she blows up on Yandy when Yandy decided to bring up the story about Chrissy and Jim Jones' home going into foreclosure. Now, yes, this was very messy of Yandy, in my honest opinion. Like, why did she choose to bring this up? And Kimbella did go overboard, but I really was expecting Jonathan to say, hey, let's not talk about this, since Chrissy is his quote-unquote friend. Just didn't seem right. Like, why are we discussing this? Why is this the topic of our dinner, our lunch date, or whatever? But like I was saying, Kimbella blowing up on Yandy was definitely extra, definitely unneeded, and kind of out the blue, even though it was messy for Yandy to be discussing it. And then she made the statement, she was like, oh, it went in foreclosure after I stopped managing. Come on, sis. Shady or not, T-Sippers. And finally, number 1 goes to Safari Erica and Erica Mena because she wants a prenup. And to be honest, I don't think she really wants a prenup. She allowed Tahiri to get in her head about a prenup, and she was like, oh, maybe I do need to protect my assets. Even though there are some rumors swirling about Safari stepping out and dating another girl that's in Miami. So, I just thought it was weird that she did not have the discussion with him before even going to the lawyer. Now, that was weird. And I felt Safari when Safari said, like, we should have had this conversation privately first and then came here to do this. But I also don't see how Safari didn't see how that's what they were going there for. Like, what else could talk to a lawyer about, Safari? But okay. What are your thoughts, Tea Sippers? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to hear from you in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, such a lady85 on everything, because I will be giving you these ratchet moments. I will be live tweeting and I will be constantly posting and giving you the love and hip hop tea. I'm out, Tea Sippers.